Most people knows DevOps, very few people knows SRE, but very few people understand how SRE and DevOps works together. Hey guys, this is Kalpesh. In this video, I'm going to explain how SRE and DevOps work together to make systems reliable and keep it out of the production outages. SRE is just not a tool or title. SRE is a kind of a mindset which focuses on the safety and stability. When SRE and DevOps work together, you get fast releases that don't break the production, like how we handled our firewall outage in the last video. I'm going to explain SRE principles and how those principles help us to keep our system reliable and safe in any cases. So first principle is SLI. SLI is a kind of a service level indicator. Service level indicator is actually calculates the metrics what user is feeling, what is the user experience. It looks for the CPU metrics, it looks for the latency and how actually your service and system is behaving under the load. So you need to make sure that whenever you are looking for your SLI or whenever you are configuring your SLI, it needs to be a user-centric. The second principle is SLO. SLO is a service level objective. SLO is dependent on the SLI. So how this both works together is that whenever we are defining the SLI, that my service metrics needs to be up, my service ratio needs to be up, we define the particular SLO. For example, if you are saying your application needs to be kind of a 99.9% up, then how you will define the SLO or SLI, that your application only can face the 45-minute outages in throughout the year, or kind of a 4.5 minutes outage in particular month. That's how you meet the SLOs. SLO is a kind of a contract between you and user that you always needs to focus on. Third principle is that error budgeting. How error budgeting works. Error budgeting is something that how much error time you are having in your bucket to take your system down. If you run out of your error budget, you cannot focus on the new releases, you cannot deploy any new features to the production. You need to focus on the SRE principle and you need to focus on the reliability, how you can make your application stronger and how you can make your application safe. That's how error budgets get defined. And in the production outage, whenever you run out with your error budget, you always focus on the getting system up rather than discussing the new feature or any reliable dependencies in line. The another one is, and the next principle is toil reduction. So toil reduction means that whenever you are working on a system, whatever you're handling, your manual deployments, if you are running same script twice, if you're running any kind of a manual work through your BAUs, that is kind of a toil. So your toil must be less than 50% in any kind of production work. So if you're seeing any error happening twice, if you're seeing any issue or any ticket which is coming back here 2 to 3 times, it must be automated and it should be toil reduction. Next principle is very important principle, which is blameless postmortems or blameless culture. In the blameless culture, what we do, we don't focus on the who broke the system. We focus on the how to bring system back. We don't just look for the individuals who caused the system failure. We just look for the how we can get the response back from all the system engineers, all the responsible parties to fix the system on priority, and then we work on the RCs. Blameless culture help us to grow faster and build the trustworthy environment around the company. The next principle is observability. This is the most important principle of the SRE. In this principle, you just don't focus on the monitoring, you just don't focus on the metrics. You actually focus on the how system is behaving, how services are flowing throughout the application, how your APIs is communicating to each other. Observability actually helps you to detect the root cause. It actually helps to help you to find what is going behind the scene. You just can't look for your monitoring, you just can't look for your logs, you just can't look for your metrics. You have to follow the service path irrespective of your servers. That's what make the difference between you're not able to find out the problem. But if you follow the observability principle, you will actually dig through the logging, you will actually dig through the monitoring, you will actually dig through the traces, and then you form kind of a combined structure or combined monitoring parameters which help you to identify the actual failure or the actual root cause in the service path. These are the most important principles which I wanted to tell you guys, and you guys should implement this principle in your day-to-day jobs. This principle help you to develop kind of a mindset which will help you to separate from the kind of a regular cloud engineer to the kind of a real world production SREs, and you will definitely have your place in the market. Last but not least, I wanted to explain to you guys how DevOps and SRE work together to deliver the reliable velocity. In real life example, let's consider DevOps is someone who has the responsibility to deliver your package with the high speed, and SRE is someone who is owning responsibility to deliver that package with safety, keeping its quality and service metrics. That's how SRE and DevOps work together to deliver the reliable velocity. If you master all these principles in your work, you will troubleshoot faster, you will design better, and you will grow beyond the tool-based engineering. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and wait for more SRE and cloud related videos. Thank you.